Yeah, I'm Chris from Offbeat Studios, and I want to let you guys know on big news happening. We started last week, and we are starting our open mic nights that are going to be happening every Thursday at starting at 8 o'clock. We're allowing everybody to pile in there at 7:30. It's free to join, but to come out there and let your voice be heard is $5. We're also doing a promotional package with the $5, which is video and photos and everything. I'm telling you, it's going to be a treat. And we're allowing, we have drinks there and everything, and we want you all to come out and let your voice be heard. Whether you're an up-and-coming artist or up-and-coming rapper, singer, whatever, poet, it doesn't matter. Comedy, we don't care. We just want your voice to be heard. Come down here this Thursday at 8 o'clock for our open mic night, hosted by Austin Studios. Let's go. So I'm always on the lookout. To get me back started. You don't even know what I've been through. The straight is hyperbolic. I ain't had a session in a minute, but I'm back. Let me finish. I'ma throw on the shade. The same with the pivot. I can't throw it away. I'm mellow in it. Rock a house like a game. Matter of fact, I'm about to head to the lookout. I know niggas plotting, so I'm always on the lookout. Keep a Bible, cause your roll might be around. Cover the gold hydro, it'll take me to the top. Gonna keep a
What's good? What's good? What's good, man? This is the number one podcast in South Florida. Your boys Offbeat Studios, man. Back with another banger, man. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, man. I think we are at 83.
80, yeah.
I think we're at 83 right now.
I think.
So
I don't have my phone, so I can't check.
Yeah, so I think we at 83. So we working. We working. We trying to get there, man. Those of y'all that are tuning in, man, y'all please hit that like and subscribe button for your boys, man, because we need all the love that we can get up in this piece, man. All right, man. Cuz, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just been working. Been thinking of good ideas for this channel and the future of this channel, man.
Yeah, speaking of ideas, guys, remember, open registration for our Tekken 8 tournament. That is now open. The link for the Google form is on our page. I will also post it at the bottom of this video. So if you wanted to sign up, man, go ahead and sign up. It's $10 to get in, and $200 payout. $200 payout, man. So go ahead and go ahead and try to register, man. I don't have a deadline for the registration as of right now, but it will be coming up very, 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 very soon. Also on April 7th, man, we do have our WrestleMania party. That will be here at the Hop Opera House at 106 West Oak Street, Arcadia, Florida. Yep. All right, guys. And it's $5 to get in. So make sure that you do have your $5. But listen, we're going to have all foods and drinks and stuff like that, man. So y'all come on out and hang out with us, man. And don't forget, tomorrow is our normal Wednesday podcast, man. I got a good one for y'all guys because it's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun, man. So
man, I can't wait.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Hopefully, we had a whole crew here tomorrow. All right, man. Without further ado, man, we finna get ready to get in our topic for tonight. We are doing the truth series, cause so it's the truth about your team and what they need to do to get to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So last week, recap, I did the Miami Dolphins. Okay. If you guys go on our YouTube, it will be a playlist that says Truth Series, and you can start there. Last week I did the Miami Dolphins for my team. So Chris, this week you are the culprit. It's your team, those New York Giants. And we got a special treat tonight, man. We do have a guest in the house, man. Yep. We finna bring him on here in a second, but I met these guys, man, through it's Matt Arrington. I did an interview with Matt maybe about 3 years ago. Maybe about 3 years ago, in 2020, and I seen these guys post a lot, man. You know, I see these guys post a lot, and you know, us being sports related, a sports related podcast, you know, stuff like that comes up in suggestions, right? So, I seen these guys talk, man, and it's really hard, bro, to kind of find people that be on the same type of wavelength you all, especially when it comes to sports, cause sports is a science and sports is a whole different language, bro. So, but I like these boys, man. These boys are called the Early Morning Podcast. And we have one of their guests here tonight. He goes by the name of Ian. So I'm gonna bring Ian on right now, man. Ian, how you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing good.
Hey, listen, bro, I appreciate you. Yeah, man, we appreciate you for coming on, man. Yep. I did join their show a couple of weeks back, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, said that was actually good, man. Yeah, that was actually a good show, man.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. So, he look like he ready because he got a New York Mets hat on, man. So he ready.
I had to find some clothes, man.
He ready, man. He ready. So, all right, cuz. So let's talk about those trash behind New York Giants, bro. Woo wee, boy. So, as we go on through the list tonight, guys, it's gonna be a subtitle down here at the bottom. So tonight, let me go ahead and put it up. The first thing we're gonna do is the season recap. So let me see here. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. So it looks all pretty for us. Actually, here, hold on, because I already got it saved. Season recap.
Yep. There we go.
Awesome. Season recap. All right, man. So we finna start with the season recap. So if everybody classes in session, everybody look at my screen here for a minute. Give me a second. Because we actually finna look at these Giants' schedule and see what they did as far as the games that they played. So give me a second here. Bear with me one momento. Uno momento. All right, there we go. And let me go ahead and share my screen with everybody. All right, can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Chris, I know you're right here. Yeah, you can see that?
Yep.
All right, good, man. All right, man. Ooh, we already start off bad, boy. Week 1, man. The boys took that goose egg, man, to the house, 0-40 against Dallas. That's already saying something bad right there, right? But then the Giants come back and they win against the Cardinals, right? Yeah. They end up losing to San Fran. Yep. They end up losing back to Seattle.
Yep.
Sorry, Chris. Y'all end up losing, 31-16 against us. This was a shocker right here. Chris, I think, did we watch this game?
No, we didn't.
I don't think we watched this game. But we was paying attention to this one. I was like, boy, y'all almost beating them Bills. So this one was an eye opener for me for sure. Week 7 they end up beating the Commanders, right? Yeah. Then week 8 for the battle for New York, them boys took a L home. Close game though, 10-13. They ended up getting smashed by Las Vegas. And then they still end up getting smashed by Dallas, but a better showing than the first one. right?
Not by much.
Yeah, not by much, but at least they put up 17 this time. Then they end up beating the Commanders. Let's see, they end up beating the Patriots. Had a bye week. This right here was the eye opener right here for real because the boys end up beating Green Bay, and Green Bay was a playoff team. So that's a good win under their belt. New Orleans end up losing to them. Almost hanging on in there with Philly. Hanging on in there with Philly. Hanging on in there with Los Angeles. And this right here was the eye opener. For real, for real.
The last week.
The last week when y'all boys beat them Philadelphia Eagles, and them Eagles was playing for something, so they had their starters out there. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So, what I'm going to ask you guys, man, we're going to go around the room, right? Chris, I'm going to ask you first because this is your team, right? Was this season a success or a failure for the New York Giants?
For me, you know, obviously, if you have a negative record, it's always a failure, regardless of if it. I mean, obviously, going off of last season, because I think the season before was when we went 9-7, right?
Yeah.
And made it to the playoffs. So yeah, it's even it's a failure, you know. So and that goes for like any team. If you have a negative record, it's a failure, regardless of if you are going from like 1-16 or 1-16 to like 6-11. That doesn't mean anything. It's still a failure, you know. So that's how I feel about that.
Okay, Ian, what you think?
Definitely a failure, man. They got a lot of holes on their roster they got to fill, and a lot of uncertainties, and big uncertainty in that backfield for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we finna actually get to that because some news came out today about Saquon.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at with the Giants, right? Chris, don't fight me. It's all love, bro.
You good. You good.
Last year, man, like I remember last year, bro. I was like, bro, y'all made it to the playoffs. But I'm gonna sit here and say this, Chris. I think that might have been a fluke season, bro.
Oh, actually, I think I remember telling you this that
you would think it was a fluke season.
Like I said, I don't believe they deserved
to be in the playoffs.
I think they just got lucky against, you know, the last portion of the season.
Yeah,
they were getting lucky.
Yeah, because y'all did getting hot late.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know. But then like y'all come back out this season.
Yeah.
And like for me, how I evaluate teams, I think everybody evaluate teams like this. But you got to be either above, not above, but you got to be at the same or above from what you did last year.
Yes.
In order for me to say that you either was a success, that you had a success. Now, if you go under, definitely it's a failure, right? Yeah. So the Giants, they went down. So I was like, and it's not that y'all lost like 2 or 3 games. It's like, oh man, y'all lost 11 games. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I definitely think it was a failure. Now, is there positives to the Giants? That's the next question. There is positives.
There is
positives, and we actually finna get into the positives right now with our next title here. But y'all was 3rd in the NFC East, Chris, right? 23rd in defense, right? And 30th in the offense, right? So when I look at that, and it's funny because I like y'all defense. I love y'all defense. What game you was watching when they was playing? Was it the Green Bay game? When the boys it was that San Francisco game.
I know their best defensive showings from this year was the Green Bay, and then although we did lose to Miami, but that was a good defensive showing.
Yeah, because y'all started out pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then I might be missing some, but I remember the Green Bay game was where the defense started waking up. But
I think it was that San Francisco game, bro, when
there was that
was it when Tyrod was playing in that?
I think so. Because remember, Daniel Jones, he tore his ACL.
Give me a second. It was one of them games, man. I think it might have been.
Or was it the Was it the Bills game?
I think the Bills game. The Bills game. They were holding the Bills.
Yeah, the
too.
Bills game was good too. But I was sitting here. Well, I think it might have been Chris that San Francisco game, bro.
San
Because because let me see here. Hold on. Let's look. Give me a second. Let's look at it. Get the recap. Hold on. Oh, but it don't tell me what happened in the game. Hold on.
Words.
Yeah, I need to tell me what happened in the game.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all, cause I gotta know for sure. Hold on.
Oh no.
It went out. Hold on. There we go. This is what I wanted. Let's see.
For San Fran. There it goes.
This is September 21. Yeah, I think it was this game, bro. Because they went up 10 in the full quarter. Let me see. It was this game, bro. It was this game.
Yeah.
Cause look, y'all tied them up in the first. They ended up scoring 14, right? But y'all ended up scoring another 3, right?
Yeah.
So then y'all came back in the third quarter, and then pretty much was almost right there neck and neck with them. It was this game. It was this game. Yep. And I was like, bro, who is that boy number 41 out there? He's like, oh, boy, that's Michael McFadden. I was like, oh, man, they're fire. I was like, well, who the hell is that? He's like, well, that's Michael McFadden, boy. And then that's when I started seeing Okereke, man, out there balling doing his thing. So it's a lot of talent on that defensive side of the Giants that I like. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is with the Giants is that it's that question mark on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And let's see here. So let's get ready to go to the next one. Wes, what's up, man? I appreciate you for coming in, man. Wes finna go in here and try to shit on us all because his Chiefs won that little Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Nobody don't care about that, man.
Swifties, boy.
KC Swifties.
Yeah, KC Swifties.
The KC Swifties, man. Hey, I keep doing that. All right, so
Yeah.
let's see. So the next thing is, because Ian did mention some things about Saquon, the next thing we finna hit will be the roster. Hold on. All right, so you see, there you go. Appreciate that, Jamar, man. Appreciate that. That's another one of them early born podcast boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The roster, man. So let's take a look at y'all guys' roster, right? So we got Saquon, right? Daniel Jones. Hold on, we're going to get there. Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. They did add Easton from Carolina.
Easton Stick.
Not Easton Stick. Easton, forgot his first name, but Easton from the Panthers. I think he was a rookie this past season. I think they added him to the roster.
Like just now?
He's on.
Okay.
He's like underneath the New York Giants roster.
Got you.
You have at running back, at least so you have Saquon.
Yep.
And then I think you have Matt Breida.
Oh, yeah, y'all do got Matt.
Matt Breida. And then at wide receiver, we got like Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt.
Yep.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
Robinson. Tight end, we got Darren Waller.
I knew it was somebody I was forgetting.
And then those are like the bit like. Don't want to say that there's not any people on the offense that are like highlights per se, but those are like the big names that you may know on the Giants roster.
Right. And then Xavier McKinney and then Dexter Lawrence on defense. Then you got Okereke and Michael McFadden.
You got Kayvon Thibodeau too.
Oh yeah, Thibodeau too. Yeah.
Can't forget about Dory Jackson either.
Yeah, Jackson.
Adoree Jackson, yeah.
And Adoree Jackson. I knew it was somebody I was missing.
You could put Isaiah Hodgins too.
Yeah.
I actually wrote stuff down for the offense about what I would like, basically what I would do starting from now.
Okay, cause that's actually our last one. So hold on. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna rate and give our 2-piece on these players, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because since they are the main piece of the Giants, right? These are the heavy hitters. We gotta know. I mean, you 6-11.
Yeah.
Your team has a core. Everybody's team has a core, right? So for the Giants, these are their core players. So
Now,
you're 6-11. That means your core players ain't doing what they got to do.
yes.
You get what I'm saying? So let's start with Saquon first.
Now, people ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say. Like I said, guys, I'm a Giants fan, and I want to see my Giants succeed. Saquon, the issue I have with Saquon and has been his consistency throughout seasons. Now, one season he looks like probably the top 5 running back in the
Barry
league.
Sanders, yeah.
And then another season, he looks like he's top 20. But mind you, how we drafted him, he's supposed to be that top 5. That's just me being greedy because I want my Giants to win. So with Saquon, even though he had a little bit below 1,000 yards, I want from his projections when we drafted him and my projections, my personal projections when we drafted him, I expect a top 5 running back. I don't, and 962 yards is good, but that's not my projection
for where y'all drafted him.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I do get if Giants fans do come here, I do get he did have less attempts at running the ball than he did the season previous, where he ran for like I think 1,300 yards. He did have less attempts, but mind you guys, he's supposed to be He's supposed to be claim the top 5 running back,
Right.
based on how we projected when we drafted him.
Exactly.
You know, but that's based on me. 962 yards. People will say, "Oh, well, it's all right," but like to me, no, not from the name of Saquon Barkley. Nah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ian?
Saquon, I agree. Like Saquon for 900 yards from Saquon is kind of subpar, but I gotta kind of give him some slack because I know they got holes on the offensive line. And the offense is kind of probably pretty much centered around him. It's like, coming into a game, the defense is going to say, well, we're going to stop Saquon. We're going to make everybody else beat us. And, nobody else on the outside is making no plays. And, Daniel Jones is turning the ball over, or hell, he's not getting no time.
Yeah.
That puts more pressure. That puts basically the offense on Saquon's back. So he got to,
Facts.
he got to receive the ball. He got to, run the ball. That's a lot of, on one person's shoulder. And on top of that, he tends to get hurt. He's kind of in the sook book a lot. But, I think that's due to his usage. You just get some better playmakers around him, shore up that O-line, and I think it'll improve. Even Daniel Jones play, I think it'll improve a lot.
Joe Mark said he feel like Saquon is a top 5 talent at the position.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure?
Easy.
At a position,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go against the grain, boy.
I'm gonna say.
Agree.
I say top 10.
I'm gonna say.
Top 5.
I
I'ma
wouldn't
say-
argue with that.
I'm gonna say he, like, I'm not gonna say Jamar is wrong. I'm gonna say projected, he should be a top 5 talent
position, yeah.
At a position.
Yeah.
But I think he's like, if I want to go off of NFL, he's like top 10, top like 15. Like he's
Our production for sure.
Right. Now, are we talking about Saquon's whole body of work or just the 2023 season?
2023 season.
Oh, okay.
Right, right. If we just talking the 23 season, then he probably top 15 maybe.
Yeah. So here's my thing. 'Cause both of y'all boys made some good points. You know what I'm saying? My thing with Saquon is that, like I said, like you said, the consistency thing. Can't talk.
Good.
My thing. Chris heard me say this a lot. Ian, he's inconsistently inconsistent. He's consistently inconsistent. Or consistently inconsistent, or inconsistently consistent. Either one.
Whichever one you want to go by.
That's Saquon Barkley, man. That's Saquon Barkley, and Saquon is benefiting off of. I mean, I hate to say this, but the Giants actually being bad. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if the Giants were actually good, it will be a little bit more of a spread. You get what I'm saying? If Daniel Jones was actually supposed to be like how Daniel Jones was projected to be,
Especially
right?
the fucking money you paying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We would see a little less of Saquon because Daniel Jones is that guy now. You get what I'm saying? But since Dale Jones is that guy, like shit, we gotta fucking score. We gotta try to compete. Who the best nigga on the team? Saquon.
Right.
Fuck it, give it to him. Give it to him, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how now Saquon now. I love Saquon, especially his freaking rookie year, dog.
His rookie year was
rookie
good.
year, that man went the hell off,
Now
bro.
I'm not gonna like this. Like if off his whole body of work, like when he first came, I said, "Oh yeah, we do got that top 5 running back."
Right. Yeah, but then,
Man.
like I said, the Giants being the Giants, you overworked them. You
Well, I
overworked
think-
them. He got.
I think too. I think he's almost in a similar situation like Christian McCaffrey was in Carolina. Like you know, in Carolina, I think he had a season where he rushed for 1,000 yards, received for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was the offense though. I mean, you know, that was during a time where, you know, Cam Newton was getting injured and you know he
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
the same no more. Then they go from Teddy Bridgewater, then they switching coaches, switching offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I think that does play a big part. And now you know we see Christian McCaffrey goes to a competent organization and
Yeah, that nigga-
he just scored a touchdown in every game he's played in. Like that's
Yeah.
insane, bro. So I think he's in a similar situation. I think you just put him with a competent, you know, offensive coordinator, just a competent organization. You know, I think that'll help him a lot. Like even coming in as his rookie year, he had Odell Beckham. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that played a big part.
Big
but,
part,
you know,
exactly why he was able to go off like that. Yeah.
I think that played a big part. So you know, I think he only played with Odell 1 year. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yep.
I mean, ever since then they haven't had a true number 1 wide receiver. So
Ever
I
since
think
that catch, cuz.
for real. So I think that plays a big part, and I even think even like a year, not this past year, but a year ago when they went to the playoffs. I mean, I think you've seen some things that Daniel Jones can do, but you know, with little time back there and you know subpar coaching, and you know they probably have a terrible culture around the locker room now. It's just like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So he pretty much hit on the head because that's why I'm at with Saquon too. I feel like if he do go to a competent organization, he probably end up being like, dang, that what the Giants are supposed to get. But like, damn, somebody else got it.
Someone else got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I bet Carolina's like, fuck, man, this is like what we wanted with Christian McCaffrey. But like now, like because remember I was actually making a bet with you, Chris. Like when Christian McCaffrey was in Carolina, I was like, bro, I bet you every season that he plays in Carolina, he's going to get hurt. After that little spill, when he was all right, and then he got hurt, and then he just kept getting hurt. Like every season came in, I was like, I bet Christian McCaffrey get hurt this season.
Man him out,
And-
man.
Yeah,
Man him out.
Exactly. But so now that he's over there in San Francisco with Debo Samuel, with Brandon Ayuk, with George Kittle, with actually a competent defense too as well.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is like, damn, who the fuck is this? Who the
Oh
fuck
shit!
is this guy?
If it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, would have won MVP this year.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true. Jamar said, a talented running back without a competent QB offense is going to turn that running back into damage good. That's right.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
Correct.
And he, you know, he in his prime right now. You know, he in
Yeah.
his prime years, so it's just like they kind of wasting his prime. So if I'm Saquon, honestly, personally, I gotta get out of New York.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta go. All right, let's see who else we got on here this list. Daniel Jones.
I don't know if you wanna split it up because Daniel Jones did get hurt, and then they changed him with Tyrod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
And-
I had to say Daniel Jones because he's your franchise QB.
You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. We got to talk about him because sorry.
So you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
So like see now. Look, okay, I'm not gonna rant. But so like Daniel Jones at his maximum could be a game manager. Now here's the thing: Daniel Jones does have athleticism,
Okay.
which I do like. And then once we get into what we should what we want teams to do, I actually have a plan if they're going to keep Daniel Jones because they have to because you paid him all the money. I'm like,
Yeah.
But I would say what he did that season. First off, it wasn't like
You talking about the playoff season?
No, not the playoff season, because like we're talking about this last season. Yeah.
Okay, you talking about last
So
season. Okay,
like since he got hurt, I'm gonna say it's incomplete, but it wasn't looking like it was shaping up to be an amazing season,
got you.
to be honest. And then like I'm just gonna stop right there, because then once we get into later stuff, I'm gonna then talk about Daniel Jones. But I'm gonna bring up Tyrod because he did finish up the season. But obviously, what do you expect from Tyrod? You know, average quarterback play, kind of dipping into below average, but like this is Tyrod Taylor we're talking about. He's
Right.
like old, and
Yeah.
but like it's it is what you get, kind of. But with Daniel Jones, like I said, it was from the start. Whenever he was playing in the beginning of the season, it wasn't shaping up to be
a breakout season.
a breakout season, even after the contract. I mean, after like was it 2-3 years or 2 years whenever they gave him the contract extension. So
Right.
it wasn't shaping up.
It wasn't shaping up to be the hype that they made when they gave him the extension.
Because of course with fans, especially after a playoff season, when you make it to playoffs, regardless of how you get there, obviously they have expectations
Exactly.
on players. So
Yeah.
it wasn't shaping up to be like that season. So
Ian?
Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, or as Shannon Sharp would call him, Danny Crimes.
Danny Crimes.
I mean, I feel like he's a little bit better than a game manager in a perfect situation. But in the situation that he's in, I just think you're gonna get what you're gonna get, man. And it's almost like you kind of feel bad for him, because it's like he goes from having this this pretty good season, from limited turnovers and looking his ceiling was looking pretty good. He gets a big payday, and then he just takes a big dramatic fall. It's just like, wow. But I think that's more so of just the team and the coaching as well. But I mean, they gave him the money, so they kind of like stuck with him for right now. So at this point, you just got to build around him and just kind of hope for the best. As far as Tyrod Taylor goes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a big Tyrod Taylor fan. but you know what? I do know what you get with Tyrod. Tyrod's not gonna really take a lot of chances. He's gonna try to just kind of manage the game. He might take a shot here and there, or he'll take off and a scramble when need be. But he's just gonna kind of manage the game, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think on this type of team, you need back there. You need a playmaker. You need a game changer.
Yeah, you need somebody. You need a dog.
Yeah, you need a game changer.
My gosh. Chris, where do I start with your boy? Hey, Chris, I've been a Danny Dimes advocate, boy. Yeah, when they was doing bad at Daniel Jones, I think it was like the first 2 years in Daniel Jones. Chris was already on the wagon, like, we got to get rid of him.
Get him out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, Chris, just give him a shot. Give him a shot, man. 'Cause I like Daniel Jones, man. I love Daniel Jones, bro. I love Daniel Jones. Like, how can you not like the kid, right? And then he came and he had that. I guess that might have been. We don't know yet. I mean, it's still kind of early in his career. Yeah. But not last year, but the year before he got the contract extension, when he went off, right? I was like, see, Chris? See, Chris even changed his profile picture. Daniel Jones went on the gold and stuff. I said, yeah, Chris. I said, yeah, y'all got y'all board now. Yeah, I told you to wait. And then this year happened. I'm like, no, Daniel Jones.
And then my profile pic went back to Eli. Back to Eli looking lost. Yep.
I was like, no, Daniel Jones, what are you doing, man? Daniel Jones, man. When Daniel Jones comes in the conversation, you have to take in account to his skill set. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Daniel Jones, no offense, Kelly, I love you, but for a white boy, that boy can ball. You know what I'm saying? For a white boy,
for a white boy, he could run.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, for a white boy, he could run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Daniel Jones is definitely athletic. The year that he got the contract extension, but the year he went off, I guess, quote unquote, we actually start seeing Daniel Jones actually like make some big boy throws too. Like I'm talking about like corner post route, on the flat go route, in stride, slant in between. You know, one of my biggest throws that I be looking for quarterbacks is in that little sweet spot in between the linebacker and the safety.
Yeah,
If they can make them throws on point, I'm like, yeah, them boys fire. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones was actually starting to make those type of throws, man. So I'm like, man, boy. But then this year, I still have a question mark with Daniel Jones. And it's almost like the Saquon Barkley thing, bro, because like he's on the Giants, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the Giants been in turmoil since that last Super Bowl they had with Eli Manning.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Exactly. Since Tom Coughlin left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now Daniel Jones do need some things he need to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like there are plenty of times where sometimes he'll sit there and he'll hold the ball too long. Right? Not knowing when to use his athleticism.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, bro, we know you can run the ball, but sometimes you just sit there. Daniel Jones be sitting there looking for the big play, bro. Then, like, in the NFL, this ain't college.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You got to take what the defense give you, bro.
I know we're not talking about the Dolphins, but it's kind of like Tua. Like
It's the Tua thing,
It's like when you see Tua, you like just run the fucking ball. The first goal's right, like first down's right there. But like Daniel Jones, you see it, you be like, you can make that. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I know. What you're talking about.
Yeah. Especially Daniel Jones, 'cause, like, we've seen this man take 60 yarders, bro, to the house. You get what I'm saying? So
or fall at the 10.
yeah, I fought at the 10. You know what I'm saying? Either one. You know what I'm saying? But
But it's in him though. He got it.
he got. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know he got it, bro. It's just the fact of like you're gonna need a good supporting cast around him. And right now, where the Giants are right now, they are just. It's just a dumpster fire over there right now, man.
Yes.
It's just a dumpster fire over there right now. And for a young quarterback. And that's why I'm kind of scared of Bryce Young. I know I'm not on the Panthers right now, but that's why I'm on the concern about Bryce Young too, because for a young quarterback,
Traumatized.
Yeah, like for a young quarterback.
yeah, you got to have that supporting cast around him
yeah.
so he could develop and grow. Daniel Jones was put in the fire day one.
Yeah.
Day one, bro.
Day one, dog. No Odell Beckham.
Yep.
I hurt Saquon and no offensive line, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like kind of hopeful for him, because like what he did the year before, the year he went off, he did that with little to nobody.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if you get him a supporting cast, like, let's see what he can do now. Now that's up to the Giants what they do. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But I mean, there are some moves that the Giants could do to kind of give Daniel Jones that supporting cast, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But as far as Daniel Jones, I still have a question mark with him. I think he can be that franchise quarterback. Now, will it be with the Giants? I don't think so. But I think he still got that skill set to where if he's in a great position, he definitely be somewhere and be a game changer type quarterback if he has the right supporting cast around him.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, man. Daniel Jones. Let's see who else we got on this list. Ooh, I did want to talk about Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. Tommy shows promises. Like I said, I can't. You know, I want to see more.
You want to see more from Tommy DeVito?
But yeah, like it's promising though.
Mm.
It's promising. Not like something like, you know, like I could definitely see an elite quarterback, but like something like, I need to keep my eye on him.
Yeah.
I need to keep an eye on him.
Like, Daniel Jones don't tighten up. Your job gone from under your belt, boy, with Tommy DeVito, because that boy came in. I was like, boy, who the hell is this? That boy flinging that ball all across the field. I'm like, yo, Chris. I'm like, bro, every time you off the bench and you get a team of the week card in Medica, I'm like, yo, bro, he doing his thing, man. He doing his thing. All right, man. Xavier McKinney.
Xavier McKinney, he had a good year behind behind Bobby, he was the like I think the second leading tackle, second player leading in tackles
Right.
on the defense, and I don't think I don't know his interception numbers, but he was decent on the defensive end. So obviously, I mean, we are not going to talk about the news yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was decent on the defensive end. You know, obviously, you know, for me being very greedy, I would want more, but that's just me being greedy. You
Gotcha.
know, wanting the Giants to be better, but you know, he did his job though.
Right.
Yeah.
Ian, what you think about Xavier McKinney on the Giants?
Great safety, man. I think that defense has a lot of promise, man. Xavier
Yeah.
McKinney, I mean, if you look at his numbers, what he had 116 tackles last year,
Yeah.
78 solo, 3 interceptions,
Three.
one forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. I mean, that's a pretty good year, you know, coming from that safety spot. Now, the thing is, that's a lot of tackles for a safety, man.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's like, is that a lot of people is that a lot of running backs get to the second level, or you know them just giving up a lot of yards? But I think that defense they do have a lot of promise, and you know
Yeah.
he's definitely one of the best defensive
Yeah.
players
Exactly.
on that team. And to be honest, he's one of the best safeties in the league. Underrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so Xavier McKinney. So what I see in Xavier McKinney, he's one of those safeties that come up in the box. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those box safeties. You know what I'm saying? I love those type of safeties, like the Ed Reeds, the Troy Polamalu's, the Rashad Jones of the world, right? I love those type of safeties. I think Xavier McKinney is a great player, bro. I really think he's a great player. We just don't know really what he can do in the coverage because, again, outside of Adoree Jackson, who else y'all got at corner? You know what I'm saying? That's not in Adoree Jackson. Like I love Adoree Jackson, but like that ain't saying much. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Xavier McKinney, I definitely want to see what he can do in the coverage. But that all is going to have to benefit on what the Giants do this offseason when it comes to getting them some help in that secondary to help him out. You know what I'm saying? But you know the boy can tackle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that is a lot of tackles for the safety. That's a lot of tackles for the safety. And what I tell you is that defensive line ain't doing what they need to do.
Yep.
Or they're just inconsistent for sure.
That too. Yep, that too. Which speaking of which is the next person we finna get on to is Micah McFadden.
Now, Micah. I'm just keep it, but because like the defense, because like whenever I was doing research, like I was on defense.
Yeah,
but see,
you was just focused on the offense, right?
Yeah, because like Ian said, like the defense is like you
Promising.
and Ian said like defense is promising, and I think that could be corrected easily. But with like Micah McFadden, like I think he had. Like he had an okay year, I think. I mean, obviously he didn't do anything like absurdly amazing, but like he had an okay year. But like the overall with like I think the Giants we kind of took a back seat when it came to we did have a couple interceptions, but I think we took a back seat when it come to like our coverage when it came to defense on our coverage a little bit. But I with Micah McFadden, and I don't know if you're gonna go through the list, but like you could throw in like people like Adoree Jackson in them because like they all fall into the same thing that I'm about to say.
Gotcha.
Is like they had I'm not gonna say they had bad seasons, but like it's stuff that could be better. You know what I'm saying? It's something that could be better, but like we don't have. I know we don't have a freaking Jalen Ramsey like you got over there,
Right.
but like I know it could be better. So that's how I feel about that. But I haven't been really like dipping into defense because I know defense can change, and I know Brian Daboll I don't want to say he dips more into defense than he does in offense a little bit
for sure.
But that's just how I feel about defense though. Yeah.
Ian,
Overall.
I pretty much agree. pretty solid year.
Yeah.
Like around like 100 tackles.
Yeah.
Which is just a pretty solid year. Like you said, it could be better. And I don't know that if that's from coaching standpoint or just scheme or them just playing together as a unit or just the locker room as in general. Like we
Gotcha.
know, like you guys just stated, they got a Dory Jackson, Xavier McKinney, McFadden, Kayvon Thibodeau. I think he's a great talent. I just think, once they bring it together, maybe change some things here or there. I think they'll be a lot better.
Yeah, you good.
So I'm gonna leave it at Michael McFadden, and then we'll go to the next segment. Michael McFadden, I love the boy game. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the boy game. I mean, cause and I seen him. I mean, I seen him play that San Francisco game. But I seen him play other games, man.
Yeah.
And he has a motor, bro, that you want out of your middle linebacker. And the sad part about Michael right now is he has a ceiling that's so high. He's on the bench, bro. And I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like I want to see more of him.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
got you.
You know what I mean? So, depending on what the Giants do this offseason, they may make some moves where, he may end up being starting. But Michael McFadden, man, it's a handful of linebackers, bro, that I can think of the top of my head that's playing in the league right now that goes in and blows stuff up. And he's one of them. And then, like, maybe Fred Warner, that I could think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, Michael is just, like, it gives me Zach Thomas-esque. Zach Thomas-esque, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get with Michael McFadden, man. I love him. I love him, bro.
Gotta throw in the Miami player.
I have to, bro, cause that's what I see, though. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
got
That's
you.
what I see.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So overall, that defense, I think is the bright spot, Chris, that you guys gotta definitely be hopeful for in the future.
Yeah.
And all these boys are young, man.
Yeah, they're young.
Outside of
Actually-
maybe Dory Jackson and Dexter Lawrence, which they still kind of young. But then they starting to hit their prime.
Thank God you
Yeah.
said that, because that's like the biggest. That's the reason why I say and that's where there's a lot of potential too. Like the Giants defense is young, and mind you, I think I could be wrong. I don't know what they were ranked in defense last year when they went to the playoffs, but I
the
know.
year before.
But I know that second half when they were playing when they were like, on the verge of going to the playoffs, I know that defense stepped up in a tremendous way.
Right.
And then, mind you, these are young boys playing. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Them boys just got to jail.
Yeah.
Jamar said, outside looking in, Giants have a solid defense. To me,
Yeah.
they just play in a division with a lot of opposing offensive playmakers. That is
That Jamar,
for sure.
Jamar's
That's true.
correct.
That's
Jamar's
true.
correct.
That's true. That's true.
He
I
is
ain't,
correct.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, man. Let's see what else we got here. Wait a second here. Coaching. That's our next subject, guys. And I'm interested to see what you guys think about the coaching. Now, Chris, I don't know about your offensive coordinators, but maybe you do. But the big culprit and the coaching is Brian Daboll.
Let me tell you. Look, I'm gonna nip in the butt and just tell you my stance right now. With me, this is how I work. Like, okay, sorry, I'm sorry, Ian and you, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. I'm a cynic when it comes to this. Because like even when AJ was telling you, Ian, about how I said get rid of Daniel Jones now. Like
Yeah.
I'm a cynic. Like I like to see hope in people, but I'm more of, if you ain't gonna get it done and you get it done in the future, good for you. But I want you to get it done now.
Today.
Right.
And here's what I'll say for the only thing coaching that I can see staying is Brian Daboll. And this is only based off. But see, here's the thing. I want Brian Daboll to stay. Oh, he's gonna stay. But I want like Brian Daboll is. I know this year coming up is his make it or break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
for
his,
sure.
it's his make it or break it year. And as far as offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, I'll just say, as me coming from a cynic,
Yep.
wipe them all, get new ones.
Nuclear.
Yeah, just nuclear it. If you did not perform this season, nuclear it.
So Super Bowl or bust.
Yes. And that's just me being a cynic. Now, I do understand you sometimes tell me, hey guys, just dial back. So sometimes you need to let these boys, sometimes you need to let them develop. I said, I understand.
Yeah.
But I want to say I'm not I think I'm familiar with the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think these are the same coordinators that we had last season.
Yeah.
So like I would
Who is
say
the offensive coordinator?
yeah, the offensive coordinator. I forgot his name. I remember I was
Offensive coordinator for you guys,
because I was talking about him when we were actually
Mike Kafka.
yeah because I was talking about him when we were watching the game
Mm.
and talk about like I'll say that I will so far extend it with Brian Daboll. Say hey, make it or break it. But like I'm to the point where if offensive coordinators and defense, as far as they lie, I don't mind just nuclear, just get rid of it and just change it all together. I'm fine with that. The only thing I wouldn't change is head coach. Obviously, he's not going to go anywhere, but I wouldn't change head coach. But this is his make it or break it year, you know. So
What, Brian Daboll been y'all coach for 4 years already, or this for year 4 coming up?
I think this is year 4.
Did he have?
three? Was this three?
It's
three.
It's
It's three.
three.
Okay.
I don't know.
Or did he have a year? Then they
oh.
went to the playoffs, and then they had this year. Then he got one coming up.
Yeah. I think yeah.
I don't think he made the playoffs his first year.
I think this. No, he. Bro,
I don't think, bro. Let me see.
bro, I don't. You asking some damn good question. Like, damn, I don't know. It should tell you like the.
2022.
Okay, so this is going on to his
Third year.
No, wait a minute. 2022. Yeah. So it's going on to his third year. Third year.
So
yeah.
first year he made. Yeah. So first year they made playoffs. Then.
Yeah. So, but this is his make or break a year. Like I said, coming from the Cynic. So,
Yeah.
like,
It's year 3. Yeah, it's year 3. So you saying get rid of him after year 3?
Man, that's up.
God damn.
With the quarterback getting hurt.
Let me see. I'll say like. I don't know. I need to sometimes in my brain I just calm down. Like I said, it's just greed and just one like
The
just-
chance to do good.
just to do good. So like, and with Brian, like I said, I don't mind extending. I'm open to extending him far beyond, even if he doesn't like make it next year. I'm so far as extending it, but like I would not bat an eye if you just nuclear all of it.
Got you.
So
like if they just woke up next day and be like, hey, we getting rid of Brian Daboll, you was like, all right.
yeah, all of it. I'll be like, okay, cool,
Got it.
fresh new start. Thank
Got
you. Thank you.
Ian, what you got to say about our boy Brian?
I think he's a good coach.
All right.
He kind of surprised me, like the first year with them going to the playoffs, because it was
Right.
like, man, they don't have nobody over there, but
Exactly.
Saquon.
It gotta be
Yeah.
him. So it gotta be
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like, man, he really got that team. He got them young boys over there playing good. They believe in. They shocked the world in the NFL that year. So
Yeah.
last year, they hit some turbulence, and I just think they just need to bring in, just some better talent. I just looked at the offensive coordinator, Mike Kafka. Is crazy. So a funny story. Mike Kafka is the older brother of I forget his name. I forget. He has a younger brother, and we played him at high school, and he torched us.
that's
He played us in
wild.
the championship game, and he torched us,
wow.
bro.
That's wild.
I think he had like 4. He played quarterback. I think he had like 4 carries for like 180, bro. He
That's
torched
like
us.
Cody Baker, boy.
Yeah, man, he torched us, man. But I think, and you know what? I see Mike Kafka. He comes from up under Andy Reid's tree.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it could be things could be looking up, but I just think they just really need some more talent on the offensive side.
Outside
Man,
the ball, right.
really the offensive
Yeah.
line.
Which is crazy because y'all boys drafted Andrew Thomas, and I was banging on the table for Miami to get Andrew Thomas in that draft, man. So, but Andrew Thomas definitely has not been living up to the hype that they had when he was coming out of the draft, man. So, Brian Daboll, man, he's a question mark to me too.
Man,
Already because and this is why I say that here, right?
Mhm.
If he would have came in that first season and the Giants had not went to the playoffs, but they somehow were in the hunt, right? You kind of would be like, okay, well, there's potential.
Yeah.
And then if they came out this year, last year, what they did last year, then I kind of would have been like, okay, well, it still would have been like, but you might be got a good coach. But the fact that you had a great year with no said talent, and then you came back this year and just flopped with almost the same talent, and you had a healthy Saquon. Did you have a healthy Saquon this year? No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, you had a healthy Saquon this year, right?
It was Denny Crimes this year.
Yeah, it was Daniel Jones this year, right?
Yeah,
So
Daniel Jones got
it's
hurt.
like, is it Daniel Jones or is it Brian Daboll now?
Oh, come on.
That's why I'm at with it, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but that's why I'm at with it. It's like, is it Daniel Jones or is it Brian Daboll now?
Here's what I could say for that. I think, and here's where probably Brian didn't factor in. Like, not to say he didn't factor in it, but I think,
Jamal, I'm coming from a progression standpoint. Go ahead.
But I think he did. What ruined it is Daniel Jones getting hurt. Because remember that season, I think during like the mid season, Daniel Jones was starting to use his legs, and it was based off the system that Brian Daboll
that had implemented.
I was pretty sure.
I mean, it came from Buffalo because
Is
that was about down Brian Daboll come from.
Now, although the Giants did not have a good start this season, but I think, obviously, just off tops, if Daniel Jones stayed healthy, the record would probably be like.
You think you win like this 3 more games?
Yeah,
Well,
it would have probably been like 7-9 or something like that. To be honest,
And you've been in the hunt.
We've been in the hunt. I mean, because like I said, his system. Because obviously, when like we always say, the coaches always have a system, regardless around a quarterback, unless you're Patrick Mahomes is the god. But like you always have a system around a quarterback. So like I know the system that he had with Daniel Jones was working. But like
he got hurt.
He got
Daniel
hurt,
Jones
and
got hurt.
obviously you can't do it with Tyrod. He's a little up there in age. He's more of a game manager, so
Right.
like you can't really run the same system that Daniel Jones runs.
Well, see. Here, this is how I evaluate coaches. Right, when your star players get hurt, and I'm sorry, I'm about to say this, but it's the truth.
Go ahead,
and Chris,
go
I think you know what I'm gonna say because I say this about Mike McDaniel.
I think I know you're about to
Right?
say, yeah.
When your star players get hurt, or if your players don't have the skill set, it is the coach's job, right, to find said system for whatever is going on, and it's their job for it to work.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying? That's
correct.
why I think Mike McDaniel is a great coach because of what Tua is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now you got Tua out here looking like out there Dan Marino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is it Tua or is it Mike McDaniel? Well, Tua wasn't doing shit until Mike McDaniel got there, right? So the fact that Brian Daboll came in and then Daniel Jones all of a sudden just went the hell off.
Yeah.
You got to admit, like, that's why I was saying, like, oh, it might be Brian Daboll. But then part of me was like, oh, Daniel Jones is, like, when he came out of college, I was like, oh, Daniel Jones is like Daniel Jones, right? But then, when Brian Daboll came in and he went off, I was like, oh, I don't know which one it is.
Okay. I can see
I mean,
how
You get what I'm saying?
I get.
I mean, but what about how he did with DeVito? mean, he had a couple good
Yeah,
games.
DeVito had a good
yeah.
game.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's tough
DeVito
with
had a
a-
couple
it's
of
tough
good
with a
games
rookie.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DeVito, yeah.
But then is it DeVito or is it Brian Daboll?
I mean,
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I would get a credit to the coach, but I mean, it's tough with a rookie, man. I'm on the bench, I'm not expecting to play. You just throw me in the
Right.
fire. I'm like, man,
And yeah, and I got success coming. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, for sure. But see, the thing is though, Brian Daboll then would be in that category of inconsistently consistent. And for your coach to be like that, bro, that's bad. That is bad.
I mean,
because-
that's how you make the money, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like you
yeah,
said.
that sweet spot. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
That's very true.
But what I want to see Brian Daboll actually be a little bit more aggressive.
That's in my notes. For
Yeah,
what they
for
should do.
recovery, I want him to be a little bit more aggressive in his play calling.
Yes.
I want cause like this upcoming year, like fuck it, like Daniel Jones is gonna be healthy, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it. And we need to know if Daniel Jones the guy or not.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Period. Because the worst type of quarterback you can have is the quarterback that's good enough not to be good enough.
Yep.
Right? So I want to see if Daniel Jones is that guy. I don't want to see no read options, these little bubble screen. I want to see you go out here and stretch this field. Fuck it. If he fucks up, he fucks up. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Verticals every play, goddammit. That's what I want to see. I want to see if Daniel Jones can be that guy. That Brian Daboll is, I hate to say it, but kind of was coddling Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we
like
see that
Mike.
a lot in this
Yeah.
league. Yeah, I think we see that a lot in this league.
Yep. Yeah, he's coddling him, and it's not nothing on him.
Yeah.
But as a coach, you're tied to the quarterback.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So because like you told me the other day, those two going hand in hand, right? So you tied to the quarterback based off the quarterback's success. That's your success.
Yeah.
That's your success. So Daniel Jones, like, that's why I was saying Daniel Jones came out there and balled out. Guess what? In my mind, I'm like, damn, Brian Daboll got to be fired. Damn, Daniel Jones go out here and look like shit. Damn, Brian Daboll got to be shit. That's just how I think. You know what I mean? Because both of them go hand in
that's
hand.
that's how those owners are going to
Yep.
so, yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep. And then the thing about it is, the New York Giants, right? You drafted Daniel Jones high.
You did.
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
you did.
You do not
paid him.
want to look like you've made the Dolphins in the same situation. It's just like Tua just looking better. That's it. But you do not want it to make it look like you have made a mistake. So the Giants are definitely trying to stay here and say,
Yes.
well, Daniel Jones had a good season. Like, let's just kick the can down the road and see if he can do it again. That way we ain't got to sit here and pay for consequences or anybody to say that we made a mistake.
Yes.
That's what the Giants are doing.
Yes.
So I don't know, man, but I like Ryan Daboll, man. I just want him to be a little bit more aggressive with Daniel Jones next year because I'm tired of playing these games with Daniel Jones.
That's literally part. That's literally part of my playment. How I wanted them to play, like starting out next.
Next year, a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to the last segment of tonight. Ian, I really do appreciate you for being on, man. I enjoyed this.
For sure. Me
I
too.
enjoyed this, man. I don't even know shit like that about the Giants, about no football, though. The last segment of tonight, Chris
Yep.
and Ian, what they need to do. And when I say what they need to do, I'm speaking as far as what they need to do in order to host that Lombardi next year. So give me a second here. Now for the Giants, you know what I'm saying? I was about to say that. Now for the Giants, it might be a tall task. What they need to do. All right, Chris, this is your team. So tell me what they need to do to win the Super Bowl, man.
Hold up.
Or it'd be Super Bowl 51.
Hold up. Let me read my little things. My
What it
notes.
be? Super Bowl what? Too many of them.
I don't know too many of them.
52.
So, here's why I say. So there has been news out. So like I said, we finished off 6-11.
Yeah.
The news is out that they are not franchise tagging Xavier McKinney.
So
they're
sad.
not franchise tagging Saquon.
So sad.
So they more likely will test they may test. I can see Saquon not being there for next season. Xavier McKinney, I'm kind of, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully not. I mean, hopefully but this is coming from the fact that we brought it up. Giants have 32 million in cap.
Yeah,
So they don't got anything to be like, oh well, they don't got that amount of money.
exactly.
So here's what I think they should do. No, I would I would want them to draft. I don't want them to draft someone that like, oh, we need someone to play make. If you're gonna stick with Daniel Jones, stick with Daniel Jones. Like I said, I was agreeing with you that Brian Daboll need to be more aggressive in his coaching with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
To help out Daniel Jones, I believe we have the sixth pick in the draft, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I believe we have a sixth pick. I think that pick should go to an offensive lineman.
Okay.
And like my picks are like Joe Alt from Notre Dame or J.C. Latham from Bama.
Gotcha.
Pick one, like get you a big dude online. I don't give a fuck if it's a tackle or guard.
Okay.
You can shift the line however you want.
Yeah.
Get yourself an offensive line, or if you want to do offensive lines in the early draft, I would do offensive lines because what will always help a quarterback is the offensive line
Support system, right?
Especially with Daniel Jones. He was getting sacked. Although he was holding the ball. I do think, like, if you have a strong offensive line, you get a more showing from him. This is based off of the fact that we're going to play Daniel Jones because we paid him all that money.
The extension, right?
Yeah, we paid the extension, and we're not just going to be sitting on Daniel Jones just to sit on Daniel Jones.
Right.
But there is a chance they could play DeVito or, like, the NFL is ever changing. I understand, like, stuff happens. But I'm going off the fact that I see that Daniel Jones is going to play.
Right.
With them not franchising Saquon, I know it could have been because of cap space, but I do understand that they probably see bright spots in their other running backs like Matt Breida and Gary Brightwell and Eric Gray, because they see some bright spots there. So I can see the system probably never changing, still being a little bit run heavy. I'm not wanting a West Coast offense where you're just throwing the ball, because like I said, Daniel Jones is athletic. Use the athleticism in the next season.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing I can see, because like this got, remember I said on defense, I think defense will ball out because remember, look back. It was they're ranked 30th in offense. Like you always say, if your offense is not up to stuff, you always have defense out there. And what happens to defense? They get gassed.
Yep.
Defense get gassed. Yes,
right.
The boys are young, but they get gassed.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
for offense, I would try to rebuild, or not rebuild, but build that offensive line through the draft.
Gotcha.
Wide receivers. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we don't have the best wide receivers like with Darius Slayton and them, but we have manageable wide receivers. We don't have the it factor like Tyreek Hill or anybody like that. Technically, I would want someone like that, but we don't. To be honest, I'm not gonna say we need it. But because we could kind of go through it, because like I think Brian Daboll was running, like whenever Daniel Jones was underneath center, he was running a run heavy offense.
Right.
So like we want to focus on the pass game because we gotta mix it up sometimes. But like with people like Darius Slayton, I think we could kind of manage it. So I said if you want to go wide receiver and running back in those early rounds, I think the first like 2 rounds should be offensive linemen just to get a big just to get better offensive linemen up there, because I think that's probably the Giants' even whenever they went to the playoffs, that was their problem, is Daniel Jones was still getting sacked.
Exactly.
So that offensive lineman need to come, like that offensive line need to be better for Daniel Jones to succeed. And then, like I said, I wasn't going to make any changes on defense, but I would try to go out there if you want to draft a safety. Because, like I said, there's a chance. There are chances that they like you didn't franchise tag them, and they might test. I would say try to get a safety. Now, here's what I project if we do those things, and say Brian Daboll gets more aggressive. I pitch that we could have a 9-8 season. And a 10-7 at the most.
Okay,
that's what I want.
Yeah.
But for it's a lot. It's a task because like I said, we don't have because look, quarterback is not like all that good. We don't have a good like as good quarterback.
Yeah.
And then we lost like a franchise running back, or we're going to lose a franchise running back. I don't want to say nothing is definite, but like just looking at facts. And then like everything just looks like it's just caving in. But I think we could kind of manage out through the draft, and if the draft picks actually work out. But I think an offensive line is probably the safest bet you can go.
Right.
Because like
For
you
sure.
know, cause like with wide receivers and running backs, they can bust. Yeah, they can be more. They're more bigger busts than an offensive tackle. Even though offensive tackle can be a bust, but I'm more dependent on picking offensive tackle because I think they will actually perform. And if you get aggressive with Daniel Jones, he will be able to make those plays with a good offensive line.
That's
So
right.
Yeah.
that's what I think they should do. But if I want in a perfect if they do this I don't want to say that the Giants are like they made me just like how you were with Miami before everything. But like to be honest, like I can only see them having like a 9-8, 9-7, or 10 like 9-8 season
At best, right.
At best, to be honest, because like in especially in the division that they're at, like I don't know, like, but like I want to see them succeed the best that they can be. So I think just pushing offensive line is gonna
help them.
yeah, it's gonna help them. But no changes to defense. I think. I mean, you can make changes, but like I don't see any big changes. Like I said, you have young people there, and like I think like I said, the defense gets better as offense gets better. Because like I said, the offense is ranked 30. So,
Exactly.
You know, but I don't see that 30 going up any
time soon,
like
right.
any like further. But all this is in a perfect world. Though.
Gotcha.
Are the Giants gonna make a stupid decision? I bet so.
If I may cut in, we just watched Super Bowl 58. The next one is 59. We were so far off.
Oh, 59. Oh, dang. Okay, 59. Okay, 59. Dang, 59.
We're a
Oh,
whole
shit.
7 Super Bowls short.
Oh, damn.
But yeah.
I lost count, so.
Yeah, but that's all I got. Like in a perfect thing, I want to see that. But I know they will probably focus on. They might just go ahead and draft a running back or something. But like, I mean,
If they draft the running back, who would you like to see? Frank Go Jr.?
bro, anybody, bro. I don't know.
I mean, because that's got to be the conversation because, like you said Brian Daboll is a run, like from what you've seen, he's running heavy, right?
Yeah, but Matt Breida
Is Matt Breida that type of guy?
he's not Saquon, but like Matt Breida is.
He can hold down the
decent.
fort for about
He
10
can hold
weeks.
down the fort.
And
Then also, if you also get, and here's another thing, because I mentioned the offensive line. If you push the offensive line in the early draft, you're going to help Matt Breida out too, along with Daniel Jones. So heck, you might in the next season, he might convince football normies that he's probably a top 10 running back. If you like push draft offensive line in the early rounds. To be honest. But that's only in a perfect world.
Right, in a perfect world. Gotcha.
And then with 32 and cap, like I didn't mention free agency because 32 and cap, they ain't gonna probably do much.
You ain't gonna be able to do
You
that
ain't
with
gonna,
Jersey.
you ain't gonna do much with.
I mean, but with Saquon going and not franchise tagging his Eric McKinney, I mean that's gonna free up some type of books.
I mean,
So-
yeah, it should. But like, I know that they ain't gonna go out and get like because I think Derek is testing. I don't think they're going out and get no Derek or anything like that. So, you know, not with a low cap like that.
Gotcha. And
Man, it's tough. You know, they don't have a lot of cap room. You know, in a perfect world, I would like to see them keep Saquon, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. With them coming out saying they're not gonna franchise him, and I don't think Saquon wants to be franchised.
Yeah.
Xavier McKinney, I would really try to push for them to keep him. I think
Right.
he's a big
Yeah.
part of their defense, and I think the defense is the strong nucleus of their team right now. Work on the O line for sure, whether it's in the draft or free agency.
Yep.
O line should probably be the number one thing on their list to improve
Gotcha.
this year.
Yeah.
With that number 6 pick, honestly, I wouldn't be mad, if they took maybe if they took one of the. they need a big playmaker on the outside. They need somebody to, take, you know,
Better take
take
the
some
top
pressure.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, take the top off, take some pressure off Daniel Jones. Whether Saquon comes back or whatever running back is back there, they need somebody to take the pressure off.
Right.
They
Yeah.
have a lot of talented receivers like Wandale and I don't no they don't have Paris Campbell no more, do they? Do they have Paris
Uh,
Campbell?
I think I don't know. I know he was there this
Wandale,
season.
yeah,
He
I
was
don't know
there
if he's
this
still
season.
there. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wandale, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, and Jalen Hyatt they drafted last year.
Yeah. Hyatt. Yeah, I like Hyatt.
Yeah, I think those guys are a lot of number two, number three receivers. So I think
Yeah.
they
You
really
need that
need
number one.
that
Yeah.
number one, that that dog. That's third down and 8. He gonna get the first down
Yeah.
every
Just
time.
throw it
Or
up. Yeah.
he gonna win double team. They need that type of guy.
Gotcha.
Um, to win in Lombardi, man, it's gonna be tough out of that. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough out of that division, man. Coming from the Eagles, but I don't know. The Eagles locker room seem kind of divided right now.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Dallas is going Dallas. Yeah, they gave the Giants nasty work last year for sure.
Yeah, they did.
But Dallas, I would never be a believer in Dallas. I don't care how good they look during the
Me
season.
either, bro. Don't feel bad.
Um, yeah, man, they got potential to compete. Washington is just Washington.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, they got the potential to compete. I think they got a competent coach. I just think they just got to put it together. They're real young, so
Yeah.
just work. Try to build the team through the draft and through free agency. It's probably gonna be tough. Uh, with the cap room, without all the cap room. I would not like to see them go get like somebody like Derrick Henry because they'd be like, well, then I should just kept Saquon over get Derrick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that'll be retarded. So yeah,
Yeah.
just try to build through the draft, build through free agency. Try to see what Daniel Jones got, man. Healthy
That's
Daniel
right.
Jones,
Yeah.
and if
It's
don't
the
work
year
out,
of the dimes, baby.
yeah, man. Don't work
Year of
out,
the dimes.
man.
Yeah.
They'll be back in the top 5 again in the
Yeah.
draft.
They probably will. I'm telling you.
Oh man, well, that boy here funny. New York. What y'all got to do to win the Super Bowl, right? Not a lot of cap room, but Saquon finna be up out of there, right? I think we all can come to agreements to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be tough next year seeing Saquon in a different color scheme, but at the end of the day, the NFL is a business.
Yep.
The bright spot is that defense. On that defensive side, man, you got to have another corner. I said this earlier, but you got to have another quarter outside of Adoree Jackson.
Yeah.
Chris,
What's up?
I'm gonna sit here and say this:
Go ahead. Go ahead.
with Miami not signing Xavier Howard back,
Mm.
Xavier Howard going over there to the Giants, that would definitely help that defense out some because now you have, granted, you're taking a risk with them, but you got somebody that that can hold down that number one receiver,
Yeah.
right?
sure.
Versus to Adoree Jackson is doing it by himself, and then that will also allow Xavier McKinney to not have to play in the box so much because now since the corners are a little bit better, you can do a little bit more press coverage now, right?
Yeah.
So now Xavier McKinney can actually play a little bit further back, and be the help over Xavier Howard, right? And then that'll allow for Kiriki, Micah, Dexter Lawrence and all the boys to do what they got to do up front. Just that one little piece right there can help you. Jerome Baker not signing back with the Dolphins. That's a piece right there. He's solid.
Yeah,
Jerome
for
Baker
sure.
is solid. And Emmanuel Ogba. Because the thing that the Giants can do is get pressure, right? You got Dexter Lawrence, you got Okiri Key. So adding another pass rusher on that defensive side of the ball, not somebody that's going to play every down, but somebody that could come on like those big third downs, like those 3rd and 11s, those 3rd and 14s when you need to get pressure. Somebody coming in and able to at least create pressure without any blitzing, that definitely is going to help out. But like I said, definitely acquiring somebody with that first corner spot, because you are able to now press and play man-to-man bump and run defense versus the zone. You get what I'm saying? So you can actually pin your ears back, right? Because you ain't worried about getting beat over the top every time. Right? Offensively, man, Saquon's gone. Now, do I believe Matt Breida is that guy? I don't believe Matt Breida is that guy. Here's what I think the Giants need to do. They need to do a running back by committee. And when I say running back by committee, this is what I mean. You don't have it's going to be a little different, Chris. It's going to look a little different. But you will get you 3 solid guys, right? They don't have to be the Derrick Henrys of the world or Earl Campbell or Ricky Williams, right? But get you like 3 Matt Breidas. You know what I'm saying? Get you 3 Matt Breidas. And do a running back by committee type of backfield. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Do that, and you might be able to have to go in the draft and get you one more.
Okay.
You might have to go in the draft and get you one more, and see really and see really what that backfield can do. Because here's the thing that I like about the running back by committee, right? It not only it gives you versatile, but it helps because everybody is fresh. You got a fresh pair of legs almost every down of the game. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't have that workhorse. Versus Saquon, he was the workhorse, right? So he was out there 90% of the snaps. But running back committee, you know what I'm saying? Matt Breida get 20%. Another guy get 30, another 20%. Another guy get 20%, and then you just keep that in rotation. You get what I'm saying? And that will also help with Daniel Jones, because now he has other weapons. That will also give him other weapons to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with Ian. Them boys do need a number 1 receiver. Okay. Y'all need a number 1 receiver, and I think that's also what's going on with Daniel Jones too, in his decline, because he don't have that solid 1 receiver. You get what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but Tua wasn't Tua because he didn't have a number 1 receiver. We went and got Tyreek Hill. Now look, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's unfortunate because I was hoping that Bucks re-signed Mike Evans. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I don't know the receivers that's going to hit the free agent market. But if anything, if y'all gonna do anything in free agency, you got to go get that dog at the number 1 receiver position. That way he can help Mike Jones out. Mike Jones. Then Mike Jones. Daniel Jones. Mike Jones.
You done gave him. You done gave him another nickname.
They gave him another nickname, Mike Jones, boy. But that helped Daniel Jones out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I like Andrew Thomas on the offensive line. I agree with you though, but you got to go and get you the thing that the Giants do lack is they need a center too.
They do.
They need a signal caller on that offensive line, because you need an anchor. Just like y'all got Dexter Lawrence in that on the other side.
Yeah.
He was that anchor, right?
Yeah.
So that's why them boys, Akira Key, Malcolm McFadden, and all them boys would go out and go get that because the anchor is solid. The offensive line, you got Andrew Thomas, but you ain't got no solid anchor in the middle of that offensive line. You get what I'm saying? The center is everything on the offensive line. Yeah. So you get you a solid center. You got Andrew Thomas on that side. Get you maybe another guard in the draft. Now we talking. You get your number one receiver, right? Saquon gone, running back by committee, right? And Xavier Howard on the defensive side of the ball. I feel like just based off of that, y'all back in the playoffs. Period. Okay. Now that once you do that, and that's possible. That's possible, right? Yeah, that's possible. Once you do that, the question then remains: can Daniel Jones do it? That will be the question. Daniel Jones will have no excuses. You got help on the offensive line, right? You got rid of Saquon, but that's okay. This is a passing league, right? Yeah. You got him a number one receiver. Right, you got better on the defensive side of the ball with Xavier Howard and another pass rusher, maybe Emmanuel Ogba and Jerome Baker. Right, I'm just saying those players, but I'm speaking as far as get those type of players. Yes. Right, you got those type of players, right? So the defense got better, right? It'll be all on Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones? I think this year is Daniel Jones. Put up a shut up year anyway, but if they do that, which is very possible, it definitely would be okay. Daniel Jones, you definitely ain't got no excuse now, because you got Hyatt, you got Slayton, you got Mike Evans. I'm just calling out a name, but you got a number one receiver, you got help on the offensive line. What you gonna do now? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And Brian Daboll, because now you got the skill set to go out there and be versatile with your play calling, so you ain't got to call bubble screens every chance you get. You get what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna see the Giants really try to spread out the offense this year, with Saquon being gone. Because who you going the ball to? So you're gonna have to put it on Daniel Jones, and based on what he did last year, I don't know. But you do know if something happens to Daniel Jones, and here's the great thing about the Giants that I like, you do have Tommy DeVito, that X factor that's right there behind him. So if everything doesn't work out with Daniel Jones, you kick Daniel Jones to the curb, take the cap hit, but you got Tommy DeVito, who looks actually promising.
Yeah, got some experience now, so yeah.
Exactly. B. Mac Beck said Michael Penix Jr. can. That's the question. Do you spend that number 6 pick on Penix?
That's tough. That's a lot of money in the quarterback room.
Do you go get that reassurance if Daniel Jones don't work out? That's why I really want to ask too. Do you get that insurance clause?
To be honest, I hate to stick with picking especially with Giants right now. I wouldn't go for like a quarterback right now.
That number 6.
Because like he'll just be struggling just like Bryce Young because he doesn't have weapons. Unless he's that it. But like, come on.
And that's a lot of money in the quarterback room.
Yeah. B. Mac Beck said he'll be there in the second round though.
See, B Mac. I really want the Giants to go offensive line though. I really want to go offensive line. Yeah,
get that center in that guard.
I mean, if he in the second round,
if he
not a bad look, but.
That's what I say. If he in the second round, I'm kind of like, you got to take the shot on him.
Yeah, if he's still there, but he might shoot up boards with
him. But yeah, he going in the first round, bro. He going in
probably late first round. So yeah, that's tough.
I mean,
but especially coming out the season he had.
Yeah, if he did in the second round, though, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be mad at him for taking him.
I mean, you
it'd
definitely
almost be like a Jalen Hurts situation.
You have to look.
Like a Jalen Hurts situation.
But B-Man, I understand what you're saying, though. I do understand what you're saying, but I really want the Giants to go offensive line, though. They really need offensive line.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I feel like with Bo Nix, if you get Bo Nix, it's a 50-50. Because, like Bo Nix, like, he play. I like the Bo Nix at Auburn. Nah, the Bo Nix at Oregon, that shit was trash. That's just me though.
Think so? I
man.
flip-flop with it.
I like Bo Nix at Auburn, man.
The Bo Nix at Oregon was, I didn't know he was that good, but I feel like the Bo Nix at Auburn was kind of mid, man.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
I don't know, man. Cause that boy Bo Nix at Auburn, man, he just was a little. To me though, he just looked a little different. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe Auburn wasn't that good as a team. Maybe.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But Bo Nix, I would take a shot at him. I mean, if there's any one of those good type of caliber quarterbacks in the second round, I mean, because
The third, yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
To be honest, I'll think more. Like I'll be a little bit receptive to it. I think second round, if one of them big quarterbacks, or big name quarterbacks are there, like the ones that people are up there, and like say you're ready to draft and they're there, I would take them. But like I'm telling you, like for me, for them to succeed, I think the offense, like you just gotta
Get that center and that guard and then some more help. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, and if you want to get the number one receiver, I mean, you got 32 in cap. I don't know if 32 will get you. Well, 32, I don't think 32 will get you. Well,
32.6 million. You can, because what you can do, you can actually restructure Daniel Jones' contract. So you can put a little bit off that, give him a little bit up front, and kind of push it, kick the can down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then on that last sheet, just go ahead and say, here, you can do that.
I even thought about trades too. There could be.
Yeah, you could do some trades as well. So you can trade that 6th round pick and maybe go get Mike Evans. I'm just saying.
Maybe, yeah.
Or you could go get Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase already unhappy in Cincinnati. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's unhappy in Cincinnati.
Or,
right?
Try to get T. Higgins.
T. Higgins too.
T. Higgins.
Yeah, because T. Higgins, they just franchise tagged him too. Didn't they franchise tag him, or they not franchise tagging T. Higgins?
Let me see. Double check.
Yeah.
But I know I read something about T. Higgins with the Bengals. So yeah, I would look at somebody like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you actually got a lot of power with that 6th round pick.
Yeah, that's
With that not 6th round pick, but that number 6 pick.
So it's basically, do you want? You know what? Actually, thinking about it, I'll be open to like taking that pick and then trading it for getting like maybe a number one receiver.
Number one receiver.
Yeah, I could see that. You could
Would
do that.
Would you take Michael Pittman Jr.?
I could be open to that. I'll be open to it.
Because I seen something about him and the Colts too, but I think the Colts did re-sign him. But if you trade
Did he
that
get the
number,
franchise tag too?
he got the franchise tag too, Michael Pittman.
I think so.
So if he got the franchise tag, bro, that actually might not be a bad option.
Yeah.
Trade that six pick, get Michael Pittman, and then lose your other draft picks to get you a good solid center and a guard. Running back, get you another running back, and maybe about the 4th round.
Actually, that's
Running back by committee. Let's roll.
Hey, that sounds like
Yeah, let's roll. Then use the other money that you got. Try to lure Xavier Howard over there.
Hey, bro, I wrote all my stuff down. To be honest, bro, that sounds better.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, cause like you actually got a lot of power with that 6. Cause a lot of people, somebody might want to try to trade up and get that boy Drake May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you got a lot of power. That 6th pick, well, you got some power with it now. But
Yeah, they can do a lot with that.
yeah. So it just depends. It just depends on what the Giants are willing to do.
Yeah.
What the Giants really do. And with that being said, fellas, I'm gonna ask y'all one good question. I'm gonna do this at the end of every stream when we do these. Who is the best player in that franchise history?
And
In
That's
the
easy.
Giants. Oh, they're Beckham. They said, "Oh fuck no."
It's easy. Lawrence Taylor. Hands
Lawrence
down.
Taylor.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't get into the Tom Brady killer Eli Manning. But
Nah.
Manning.
Boy.
Hey.
And I'll say this. I got Lawrence Taylor because He won. I think he's the only defensive player to ever win MVP.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
impressive. That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
That's impressive.
Hey, I think you're gonna probably tell Ian this, but like, hey, yeah, I believe that Eli Manning does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame at all.
You know what? I have that conversation with my best friend all the time.
Yeah.
To be
He the
honest,
Tom Brady killer though.
if you want to, we always say this. If you want to be honest, Eli Manning is really nothing but Jay Cutler with 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, there it goes. Exactly.
B-Mac said
That's how
out
I
of 50
feel.
he was a beast.
But he's clutch though. He's made some
He's
clutch
clutch.
throws.
Yeah.
I won't take nothing away from him. He made some some clutch throws in them playoff runs.
So
For sure.
Giants Hall of Fame, but not NFL Hall of Fame.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Giants Hall of Fame. Yeah,
For
hands
sure,
down.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
sure,
sure.
yeah.
2 rings. Yeah, not even a question.
But
But Hall of Fame overall, it's tough.
I don't know.
But he
boy.
got it done when it counted the most. So
Yeah,
That's
he
what
did.
I'm
can't argue
saying.
with that.
Like
You can't argue with
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like you gotta kind of like you almost kind of got to give it to him, bro, because like especially that first Super Bowl, dog. Like the Patriots, dog, were undefeated. Like I'm
Yeah,
talking about that
was
2000.
tough.
You talking about the
Tough.
2007 Patriots as like the best football team we have ever seen play the game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And for Eli, with no help, really, beside who, Plaxico? You get what I'm saying? Beside Plaxico Burress,
Yeah.
them boys went out there and won.
Hey.
And beat the boys. So I'm like, oh, man,
Let me
you
tell you.
counted winning by default.
Hey, I'll tell like I said, I won't take anything away from him, but it's debatable. But like I just say, like you know how I feel about Hall of Fame. We don't gotta address
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you know how I feel about Hall
I
of
feel
Fame.
you. I feel you.
But like, yeah, Eli, like Giants Hall of Fame for sure, yes, for sure. But like NFL, nah.
Eli Manning, Super Saiyan versus Tom Brady. Nah, that man, a Super Saiyan God.
No, that man,
That was Super Saiyan God, boy.
no man's kryptonite. Tom Brady's
man,
kryptonite, boy.
Yeah, for sure. It's wild.
Oh man, what that other boy name was?
Who?
Brandon Jacobs. No, I had Brandon Jacobs
we had
in too. I had Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs actually showed up that playoff run too, so he did go off. But when y'all needed the most, it was Eli, boy. It was Eli.
Yeah.
Ian, man, I appreciate you for coming on tonight's show, man. It was
appreciate y'all
fun.
having me.
Yeah.
It was
appreciate
fun.
it, man. Appreciate it.
It was fun, man. We definitely got to do this again, man. Those of you that tuning in,
Yep.
man, y'all make sure y'all check out the Early Morning Sports Podcast. They are tagged on the description, and I will actually put their links down at the bottom of the video. Don't forget tomorrow, guys. We will be here for our 9:00 p.m. podcast. That was gonna be a special treat. That was gonna be fun. And don't forget, April the 7th is our Super Bowl party. $5 entry fee.
Yep.
And April 27th is Tekken.
Not a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl party, WrestleMania. Well, T-Mobile, boy, I'm telling you, man, I be tired, but T-Mobile be, God damn, I'm gonna get old. I'm gonna get old, boy.
I said Super Bowl already.
I still would call it Madamania. WrestleMania party. All right. $5 entry fee to get in, and then April 27th is our Tekken 8 tournament. $200 payout, man. I gotta pay $10, man, to get in, man.
And then we're also still scheduling the 2K tournament.
Yeah, 2K tournament in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yep, along with college football. And Thursday nights, if you're local, come out 7:00 p.m. 7:30 to 10 is our open mic night. So you definitely want to come out here and hang out with your boys. The #1 podcast in South Florida. B-Mac said, "Is this recorded?" No, this is live, homeboy. So you got me out here at the crazy live, man. Enjoy. Ian, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Man, appreciate y'all.
Anytime you need us here at Offbeat Studios, man, we got you guys. Jamar and Brandon, I don't know if Brandon was tuning in, but Jamar, Brandon, anytime you need Offbeat, man, we will come running, man.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you guys.
Of course, man. Of course. And with that being said, guys, we will see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. You guys have a great night. Stay blessed. Peace, love, hot sauce. Eli Mann is the Super Saiyan God.
For the red ribbon army. Gotta keep a pop for the red ribbon army.
Get my shots up the beat.
30 hertz straight up.
I gotta keep a pop for the red ribbon army. Fly away on them bus, yeah. Headed up the commies. I need me a